Namaste, good morning. Thank you so much for joining. This is about a 90-minute practice. Please practice, as always, according to your conditions and your abilities. Respect your limitations, and remember that the practice is an offering. So how you're feeling is being transmitted to all beings. So just imagine all creations experiencing this through you, and in that way, this might enable us to practice a little bit more mindfully in light of that. So let's begin. Close the eyes and bring the attention within. Let's begin with the sound of Om 3 times to attract divine attention. Imagine you're becoming one with all beings everywhere. May all beings everywhere be happy and free from suffering, and enjoy this practice through our senses. May we always have a strong desire for the liberation from pain and suffering, and may we cherish no ill feelings against each other, only ever peace, love, joy, and compassion. Om Shanti, 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 peace, peace, peace. may God bestow the fruit of knowledge with in us and encourage us to share it to all beings. Let's do the mantra for purification to purify the space, the grounds, and all the psychic channels within. If you know it, do it with conviction and volume so it can be heard by all the bodies, subtle bodies within and around. If you don't know it, just pretend you're singing it through the voice of the Guru. You derive all the benefits that you're chanting. Do it 3 times, each time, if you can, in a single breath. Om Pavitraha Pavitra Sawa Vashtanga Topi Yaha Smarit Pandrikaksham Sabaya Byantraha Sajihi. Om Pavitraha Pavitra Sawa Vashtanga Topi Yaha Smarit Pandrikaksham Sabaya Byantraha Sajihi. Om Pavitraha Pavitra Sawa Vashtanga Topi Yaha Smarit Pandrikaksham Sabaya Byantraha Sajihi. Do spiritual breathing in order to connect, to establish a deeper connection with the divine within. Bring the arms up, the palms slightly turned up. From the fingertips, inhale the breath down through the arms into the spiritual heart. 3, 4, pull in everything you need. 6, 7, 8. Holding it in the spiritual heart, in the center of the chest, and the right side of the physical heart. 5, 6. Exhale again, up the arms. 2, 3, 4. It's just a breath that leaves. 6, 7, 8. Inhale again. Everything you need down through the arms, right into the spiritual heart. A direct connection to God. 6, 7, 8. Holding again in the heart. Hold the breath there. Exhale up through the arms. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. One more time. Inhale down. Everything you need. Imagine there's a magnet in the center of the chest and right side physical heart, pulling everything there. Holding it in the spiritual heart, hold the breath. Exhale up through the arms. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Bring the arms down now. Remain established in the intention of offering to all beings. So now let's do color breathing. For this, we're picturing a big sphere around us that's surrounded by color, that's made up of all the different colors. This is our aura. It protects us against psychic attacks, which is just simply negative energy directed towards us, either intentionally or unintentionally. And when we bring our concentration, especially to a particular color in a region of the body, that's all the prana goes there. Imagine that all the healing goes there as well. So if you bring an intention of healing, that's what will happen. That's what will manifest. Directed to yourself, directed to all beings. So starting now. So bring the thumb tips and the index fingers together, form the union of the individual souls, the universal soul. The other 3 fingers represent the state, the aspects of God: Brahma, the creator; Vishnu, the preserver; and Maheshwara, the destroyer, the transformer. Hands down now on your lap, on the knees. And here we're just allowing the sound to ride the breath, and just again visualize the air, the color flooding that whole area that I'm cueing. Starting off at the lower 3 chakras, at the root of the spine, the sacral area, and the navel. Color is red. Sound is ah. Inhale. Take a few moments just to allow the vibrations to integrate. The next one at the heart, the color is green. We're trying to promote healing in all the senses of the heart: physical, emotional, and spiritual. The sound is U, a little bit of higher pitch this time. Center of the chest and right side of the physical heart. Next, the base of the throat. The color is blue. The sound is so. Inhale. So. Center the forebrow now. The color is another shade of blue, different from what you just pictured for the throat. And all of the tensions in the sinus area here. It's also co-located with another one that we'll do in a moment, but also the pituitary gland, which is the hub of the whole endocrine system. So in stimulating this area, we bring health to all the glands in the body, glandular system. The sound is E. Color again, another shade of blue. Next, same region in the center of the forebrow, a little bit behind it. This time the sound is sun, S-U-N. Concentrating on the latter part of the sound that produces vibrations that will help to dislodge all the impurities from wherever they're residing in the body into the bloodstream, out of the body eventually. Sound sun. Color indigo. Inhale. Sun. Finally, the crown. The color is violet. The sound is sun, S-U-M. Again, concentrating on the latter part of the sound that produces vibrations. These vibrations, feel them in the crown. Feel the whole top of the head vibrating. And this brings about mental sharpness and clarity, which is helping to augment our discernment, which is what we need to realize the true nature of ourselves. Inhale, the color violet at the crown. Some. We'll begin now the asana practice. Again, try to make every posture an offering. The way that God manifests in this universe is through the forms. So to celebrate all the richness and the diversity of the ways that God manifests in this universe. Come to standing. So we will begin with some warm-ups. Prepare the body for the practice. Do them with vigor, do them with enthusiasm, and get the full range of benefits. Okay. So now, start with the hands on the hips, circle the head. Try to get the ears to the shoulders, the chin to the chest, the back of the head to the top of the back, round and around. If it feels better for you to do semicircles, of course, though, you can go, of course, do that. And then go in the other direction. Feel as though the head were very heavy. You can't even stay on the tip of the neck. It just rolls all the way around it. And now shake out the wrists, move the fingers very, very rapidly from side to side. You get no control over the hands. They're moving all by themselves. Up and down like the wings of a hummingbird. You shouldn't even be able to see your fingers moving. You're going so fast. Feel all the joints being shaken in the fingers and the wrists. Now drop the arms down, but continue to shake. Shoulders, the head flies in all the directions. The arms heading the body any which way. Loosen up. And now slow it down. Arms up over the head. So the fingers and the hands get in Kali Mudra. Reach up here and so bend to the left. Come up, inhale. Exhale, go to the right. Pulse. Exhale as you pulse. Come up to the middle again. Go to the left again. Try not to make folds in the waist. Come up. Go to the other side. Push it all the way to the left. Come back up. Take all the opposite elbows, little circles over the head to start. Head, neck, and shoulders moving. But then the circles get larger and larger. Chest, neck, and back come into the movement. And then maybe the whole torso eventually circles. Trace large circles in front of the body like an airplane propeller or the arms of a windmill. Coming all the way back up and then going the opposite direction, again starting small. Gradually getting larger. And then finally, if you feel apt to do so, the whole circle. The trunk comes down, the forearms come right across the tops of the feet. Good, and coming back up, release. Now arms by side of body, jump up and down. Be like a child, always enthusiastic. And you stay in the mind, if you stay in the mindset of a child, you'll always be happy. Jump around in circles if you like. Go the other way. Hop on the left foot. Hop on the right. Jump up again, push on with your toes and spring all the way up. And then stop. So next one. Take over the opposite elbows. Open up your feet to about the width of the mat. And then from here, bend your knees also. Throw your body from side to side. Kapalabhati is doing. Breathe out as you go from to each side. Turn head all the way around. Look all the way around you. And then come back to center. Next one. If you want, you can come to, bring your left hand on the chair or a wall. Right leg swings back and forth. Like a pendulum that went out of control. Lean forward as the knee leg comes up. Maybe the knee will come to the shoulder, the shin, maybe to the forehead. And maybe the toes, the back of the head. Okay, and now on the other side. Watch your foot. You might want to bend the toes back so the toes don't, you don't stub your toes on the ground when the foot comes down. And then release. Feet now together, arms by sides of the body. Inhale, come up. 2, 3, push into reach toes. 4, 5, 6. Exhale, back down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Come up again. Inhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale, down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Come up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale down. 2, 3. Engage the core and legs. And one more. Inhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Reach up really, really, really high. Elongate. Now down. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Tip the head down in a gesture of humbleness. Stay in this humble mindset throughout the practice. Renounce all the fruits of the practice. Imagine this as your divine obligation to all beings everywhere. Just do it because it must be done for the well-being of all. Now let's come to the front of the mat. Surya Namaskara. Now imagine we're all together physically moving like a school of fish. All together. Stay to cut the mind of offering. Raise arms up over the head, arch back. Fold the body down. Bend your knees if you need to bring your hands flat on the ground. Right foot back, lower down the knee, drop down to the seat. Come into the high plank. Lower down the knees, bring the seat all the way back behind the heels and start to glide forward. Push the nose to the ground as you come forward. Chest forward, the head goes back. Again, take the seat back. Glide forward between your arms. Pull the elbows towards the sides of the body. Point the fingers out a little bit. This might help you to come through a little bit easier. One more time. Take the seat back. Imagine trying to pull the floor towards you as you propel your body forward with more power. Take the head back. And back into Adho Mukha Svanasana now. Lift the seat, allow the head to drop down. If you're flexible, maybe the forehead will come right down to the ground. Right foot steps to the hands. If that's a difficult transition, you can lower the left knee down. The foot doesn't make it all the way, just use the right hand to push the foot forward. Modify again as you need to. The left foot then comes in to meet the right Uttanasana. Come all the way up to standing, knees jumping back. Come back home. Engage the buttocks and the upper back as you lean back. This may help you support you a little bit better. Fold the body down in half. Uttanasana. Left foot back. Into plank. Don't worry about the breath. Breathe in a way that feels intuitive, that allows the body to move with fluidity and ease. Come forward. Cobra. Make sure you don't lose your neck. Keep your neck telescoping out the shoulders, the trunk out the hips. Come back again. Glide forward. Come to the cobra. Push your chest forward away from the seat so as not to crunch the lower back. Again, keep the shoulders down so that the neck doesn't get all jammed up as well. Seat back, come forward. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Lift the seat, allow the head to go down. Left foot forward to the hands, drop down to the seat. Feet together, Uttanasana. Bow down again with own humbleness. Come right up to standing. Each movement has its posture, has its particular consciousness. Tap into it. Raise your arms up, open yourself up to divine grace and surrendering completely to divine service. Fold the body down, adjust your humbleness. Right foot back. Down on the knee here, then into the high plank. Ashtanga Namaskar, knees, chest, forehead down. Come forward. Hands, your hips come between your hands. Push into your hands, lift hips away from the ground. Upward facing dog. Back into Adho Mukha Svanasana now, downward facing dog. Soften the line in the back. The right foot steps to the hands, drop down to the seat, feet together, Uttanasana. Come right up to standing, reach up and back. Come back home. Be like a shapeshifter, moving to forms with effort, gracefully, fluidly. Connect all the movements seamlessly like you're doing a divine dance of devotion. Left foot back, into the high plank. Ashtanga Namaskar, knees, chest, forehead down, right through to upward facing dog. If you can't, push into your hands, lift hips, knees away from the ground. Otherwise, just do cobra. Adho Mukha Svanasana. And then the left foot steps forward. Feet together, Uttanasana. Try to get your seat directly in line with the heels. But keep your knees bent if you need to so you don't lose connection to your body through thighs. And come right up to standing, reach up and back. Come back home. When you practice with an intention of offering, all the poses become even more beautiful. Fold the body down, Uttanasana. The right foot back, lower down the knee, into the plank. Knees, chest, forehead down, Ashtanga Namaskara. Into upward facing dog, this time we're holding it. You can bend the toes under if you like. And now push your hips forward, further between your hands. Chest forward, the shoulders back. As you bring the pulse, push your heels back as we try to touch the heels of the ground. Look like a dog stretching its back, howling at the moon. Now Push into your hands. Adho Mukha Savasana here. You're melting the heart. Bounce here as well. Try to get your belly close to your thighs, the chest down. Work your shoulders. Try not to bend the arms, but try to get your head down. If you're flexible, maybe the forehead will strike the ground. Good. Now the right foot steps forward to the hands. Drop down to the seat. Looking up. Feet together. Uttanasana. Right up to standing. Hasta Uttanasana. Standing salute. And back home we go. We're always coming back to source of divine love. Infuse the whole practice with love and devotion. Fold the body down. Uttanasana. Left foot back. Into the plank. Ashtanga Namaskar. Knees, chest, forehead down. Again, come forward. Push into your hands. Lift the legs and knees away from the ground. Upward facing dog again. Make sure you don't lose your neck. Push into your hands. Toes looking like out the shoulders. Trunk out the hips. Again, keep the toes under. Work the pose a little bit. Try to see yourself in the form. Copy them physically, mentally, and spiritually. And then you'll eventually take on their qualities. Or reflective qualities even more. Into Adho Mukha Savasana. In fact, they're already within. You just have to turn them on. Soften the line in the back. Demonstrate the loyalty the dog to its master. So remember, try to be like them in all ways. And then from here, I can't remember which foot forward. Left foot forward, feet together. Uttanasana. Pull the body down onto your legs. Come right up to standing. Reach up and back. Arch back. And then come back home. Adding on now, raise your arms up, stretch the whole front of the body. As you come down, bend your knees. We're adding on now. Push the belly into your thighs, send your hands all the way up and as high as you can off your back. And you can strike the body against the legs. Try to get your legs straighter. The top of the head almost touching your feet. Now the right foot goes back. Lower down the knee without touching your fingers to the ground if you can. Sweep the arms all the way up. Kapyasana. Reach your arms up. Drop your seat forward. Rock your shoulders back and forth. Stretch. Go to your limit, but of course be mindful so you don't go to a place of pain or suffering. Remember what you're offering. Be mindful of what you're offering. Now come back into high plank. You can do the same entry into forward-facing dog. If you have more strength, you can bring your seats back. Start the ascent right from here. Push the elbows into the side spine. Push into your toes. Try not to allow your legs and your hips drop down as you make the transition. Upward-facing dog. Then Adho Mukha Savasana. The right leg goes up and back. Three-legged dog. Step the foot between the hands quietly. Move the shoulders over the fingertips of the foot, then softly. No big heavy thuds. The hips down, right close to front heel, hands in Kali Mudra. Again, rock your shoulders back. Stretch. Try not to bend the arms. Think of a monkey who's swinging from tree to tree. They have no bones in their arms seemingly. So just try to reflect that openness in the shoulders. Now from here, lean your body to your front leg, swing your hands behind your back, get the touching the floor if you can, and then the feet come together, Uttanasana. Push your seats up by pushing the body into the legs. And then come right up to standing, reach up and back. Stretch the whole front of the body again. Come back home. Open yourself up to divine grace, reach up and back. Come down. Bend your knees, push your body into your legs, send your hands all the way up over your shoulders, maybe in front of the head, the top of the head almost touching feet again, of just your lowliness. And then the left foot goes back. Back knee down, Kapyasana again. Reach up, stretch. Try to get your ears and your arms beside the ears, maybe behind the ears. Drop your shoulders. This is why we do so many downward facing dogs, to open up the shoulders a little bit. And then come back down. However, wherever you are, it's perfect. You'll have eventually the chance to experience everything. Bring the seats back, so if you're tight in this lifetime, with constant practice and determination, maybe the next lifetime you will get the experience of being completely open, upward-facing dog. Adho Mukha Savasana. The idea is to try your best and go as far as you can in this life. You never know what's going to happen in the next one. You have to resolve some karmas, possibly. So make sure you do the best in this life. Left leg up. Step the foot between the hands. Backing it down, drop down to the seat. Always try to conduct yourself with and with love and extend compassion to others. Next life, you will attract good karma. Come forward again, body on your side, so your hands behind the back. The right foot leads the left. So always think about the next life. Always try to go a little bit further. You're always getting better, like a computer that is getting upgraded. Hands to the heart. Good. Let's go up and back again. The same variation, but flying from one pose to the next. Like a divine dance of love. Belly on your thighs. Join your hands over your head and bring them all the way up. Right foot back into Kapyasana. Reach up and back. Come right back down into high plank. Again, any entry. You can also do chaturanga. Come down in one line from the heels to the top of the head, hovering about an inch above the ground, through into upward facing dog. Push your shoulders back. Back into Adho Mukha Svanasana. The right leg goes up. Step the foot between the hands. Backing it down. Reach up and back with constant practice and determination, observance to ethical rules. Anything is possible. Left foot comes into meet the right. Uttanasana. Come right up to standing. Reach up and back. Hands to the hearts. And again. Fold the body down in half. A gesture of humbleness. Left foot back. Stay in this humble mindset. Let go of all expectations, all attachments to results. Reach up and back. Come down into the high plank. Actually, not, into high plank. Again, into upward facing dog, however way you like to arrive, according to your practice. Back into Adho Mukha Svanasana. Left leg goes up and back, Ekapada, and step the foot between the hands, ever so softly, not making a noise. Drop down to the seat. When you're practicing the intention of offering, the practice goes even more magnificent. So your hands behind the back, the right foot leads the left, Uttanasana. Push your body into your legs. Try to get your chest lower than the knees. Come right up to standing, reach up overhead, arch back. And come back up. Oops. Okay, so from here, take pause. From the heart, inhale the love from the heart up to the crown. Hold the breath. Let the love go to all beings everywhere, like the sun that shines down on everything equally. Exhale back down to the heart. Remain established in divine, unconditional love towards all beings. Now release. So let's continue with some postures now. Okay, so let's start off hummingbird. Start with your very small like a hummingbird, your belly on your thighs. Bring your fingertips on either side of the feet. Slide the right foot back and bring the leg all the way up. The knee first, so the knee comes up high, the heels close to your seat. Then you can take your fingertips away from the ground if you feel comfortable, maybe right over the head. Gaze at the ground in front of you. Good. If you like, you can jump onto your other foot. Try not to lose your balance. And back again. Oops, I didn't do that very well. Again. And again. And now, bring the fingertips down to the ground. Extend the right leg if you can. Pull it all the way up. Bend your left knee so you can keep your belly to the thigh. Bring your left hand to the foot, index finger on the outside of the heel. Gaze just beyond the toes. If you have tight hamstrings, you can keep your right leg bent. Otherwise, you're going to try to get standing splits. Feet in line with one another. Pull your body against the legs. Maybe the chin comes to your shin. And you walk your right hand towards the foot as well. If your hip is over the heel, you might both get your index finger of the right hand on the inside of the heel. Break the pose. Come back down. And from here, roll your way up. Good. Try it on the other side. I'll just turn around so the body's always facing towards you. And come down. The belly on your thighs again. Your fingers on either side of the feet. Roll to the front. Left foot goes back and the knee goes up. Think of a hummingbird, the very small, little delicate birds. Make yourself compact as possible. You can bring the fingertips up, the hands up towards the shoulders or right over the head. The head's towards the ground. Again, jump. Jump again. Jump again. And jump again. Good. And now from here, bring the fingertips down to the ground. Bring the left leg all the way up if you can, or even just the knee. Push the body against your leg. Bend your right knee if you need to, so you can keep your belly with your thigh. If you're very flexible, you try to get your nose or your forehead to your shin. Your right hand to the foot, index finger on the outside of the heel. And then you keep moving your left hand closer and closer. Maybe you stand, hand stays on the ground, or you can lift one finger at a time. Maybe come on the index finger only. Eventually you can take your hand on the foot. Break the pose, bring your left foot back down. Tuck the chin in and roll your way up. Charge the body. Inhale, best of the best from all the way around, everywhere. Bring it up through the body to this, up into the spine to the crown. Exhale back out through all parts of the body. Good. Wherever you are in practice, whatever happens, just dance with it. Just the gunas, the different qualities of nature that are at play here. Try to remain unaffected. Now we're doing dancer pose. Take hold of the heel from the inside, the right heel, thumb behind heel, and bring the leg and arm at the same time. So maybe your toes and fingers are at the same height of the, when they're at the same height, about the height of the shoulders. More flexible, bring the leg up higher. Lean a little bit to your left. Be magnificent and poised like a dancer. You can look up if you like. Offer the pose. Good. You're very flexible. You can take the foot, reach across your body with your left hand. Bend your knee, take hold of the outside edge of the foot, and bring the foot up right against your shoulder. And you can even take your left arm, right arm out if you like. Now from here, let go of the foot, but hold your breath, engage your leg muscles so that you don't drop the foot. It stays at the same height if you can. Hold the breath, let go of it now. And bring the foot back down. Try it on the other side now. See yourself, remember. Try to embody the qualities of what you're representing. The heel, take the heel from the inside with the left hand from behind heel and come up at whatever height. If you're having trouble bouncing, you can bring your right hand on the wall or stand with your back against the wall. Modify as you need to. If you can't bring your leg up, you can try to hold your leg underneath your knee. So whatever modification you do, just do your best. Think of a modification that suits your abilities. And again, if you're flexible, you can take your knee close to the shoulder, reach across the right hand across the body, take hold of the outer edge of the foot. You can keep the leg right by the shoulder, press the back of the shoulder again to the leg, bring the left arm up if you like, out. Again, right to let go of the foot. So again, try not to let go of the foot too fast. Hold the breath. See if you can let go of the foot without dropping the foot. And then back down. Charge the body again. From everywhere around. Inhale the best right into the body, up the spine to the crown. Exhale, let go of, let it go all throughout the body, let it go to all beings everywhere. So let's continue. Go back from that. Left foot forward, bring the left hand down. Bend your left knee, the fingertips come in front of your left foot, about 14 or 16 inches. Not too close, otherwise it'll be difficult to open up, or more difficult to open up to the right arm up. If you can't open up, you can either bring a block underneath your hand, or you can come onto your knee if it's too much. So you can do it from here. So again, find whatever expression suits your abilities, and do it with all your heart. Offer it up. Toes are pointed, fingers are together on the right hand. Now from here, bend your left knee, take hold of the right ankle, the leg, not the foot, if you can, and push the foot away from you, like a bow pose. Push the shoulder back, stretch the front of the body. Look up over your right shoulder. There are variations here. You can do this. Remember, if you're on your knee, you can still do it. If you're on your foot, you can hold your breath. So you can bring your left hand to your heart. If you want, you can press up into dancer. You can also take your left hand to your foot and push it back, standing bow pose. Push your chest forward. Good. And break the pose. Bring your foot back down. Try it on the other side now. Move from one pose to the next. Again, fluidly. Right foot forward, right fingertips down, stay on the fingertips. Try not to have your palm on the ground or the base of the fingers on the ground. They're all up, just the fingertips are on the ground. And push hard into the ground. You have 5 points of pressure there. Reach the left leg up. Look up at the hand above you if you can. You can stay there or bend your right knee so you can anchor the right foot down more, bring the left foot close to your seat, so you can take hold of the leg, close to the ankle, close to the foot, and then push the foot away from you again. Push the left shoulder back. The foot's a little bit slippery, this is why you might have a little bit more power if you take the leg. And then from here, if you want to go further, your right hand, hip in front, same line as the heel, so you can take the right hand to the heart. And you can really try taking the foot from here. Keep the foot close to your seat. And when you take it and then push it out, if you want, you can press with the right foot, hold your breath as you're doing it. Come up into standing bow. If you can't hold both hands, just do the one hand. Break the pose, come back down. Charge the body again. Breathe in everything you need. The best. Bring it right up to the spine, to the crown. Exhale, send it everywhere throughout the body. Keep sharing everything. Okay, so now let's continue with some other postures. Standing in the middle of the mat now, facing out along the edge of the mat. Jump your feet or step your feet apart. So you're, I'm going to go to the left first. So turn to your left. Point the left foot forward and go down into your feet of Vipassana. Make sure your right arm is not dropping down. Keep it the same height as the other arm. Embody the strength, the courage, and the steadiness of a warrior. The steadiness in their duty, always ready to serve and protect. Reach out the fingertips, extend your lines. Now from here, Paschimottanasana. Depending where your hip is, if your hip is higher, if your warrior is more like this, you can just bring your left forearm under thigh, your right arm over the head, straight line from foot to the hand. If you're more flexible, your hip is a little bit lower, about the height of the knee, bring your right arm over the head. And here, if you want, you can take the right hand behind the back, slip your hand into your body and your thigh, roll the thigh outwards, push the right shoulder back, or take the full bind. Left shoulder goes down, left arm goes underneath your leg, and then join your hands behind your back. Push your right shoulder back. If it's too much, but you still want to do the bind, bring your right knee down. Push your right shoulder back. Always, again, expressions you can find according to your abilities. Now release. Turn forward, back knee down, drop your seat forward. Start with your hands on the knee and push your body back away from the leg. Arch your back, push your chest up, push your lower back up and in. Sometimes I like to put my hands on my seat and drag the seat down. Push the fingertips up as though you're trying to lift the whole rib basket. Take all the wrinkles out of the skin underneath your hands. Then from here, the trick to try to get your foot to your head, you move your hand back to your knee, thumb behind, pressing into the back of the knee. Wrap your other fingers around the outside of the knee, and you can push your foot, glide it to the head. And then maybe the head will find the foot and just rest in there. You can take the arms up. If it's too much, you stay in hands on your knees on your back, or you do full pose Kapyasana. Rock your shoulders again. Push your shoulders down away from your ears. Extend. You become what you believe. You have to go to the edge of your potential each and every time you keep pushing it further. Always in a mindful way, of course. Now pick the pose. Come down with your hands on the inside of the left foot. Move the left foot out to the edge of the mat. And then lift the knee, push back and forth. Try and get your hips lower with each pass. Push one more time for the right foot. Lower the knee down. If your hips are low enough, you can fall onto your right hip and right forearm. Roll back to your left so both sides of the hips are equally down, close to the ground. And keep pulling with your arms. Try to get your chest forward. If your hips are anchored down, the rest of the body will follow more easily. The pelvis, the belly, the chest, and the chin. So make sure that this is not happening, nor this. So either move hips are a little bit even. So try to get your shin so it's vertical and your knee stays close to your shoulder. You're trying to get your back lower than the knee. Even if your hands can't come down on the forearms, you're on the hands, keep on sinking your hips down like they're made of lead and pull your body forward. Now fix your gaze at the lizard. Just bathing in the sun, not a care in the world. If you want to take the bind, if you're flat down, the left shoulder's on a foot, the left arm goes to the outside and underneath your knee from the outside over your back, and you join your hands together. Coming back onto the hands. From here, move lift your toes up, come into Ardha Hanumanasana, the hips, and line the back knee. If you can, you're trying to get your belly to rest on your thigh, and imagine that you're trying to get your chest beyond your knee. Keep trying to touch the front of the foot with your head. If this is very easy for you, you can go into the full pose, Hanumanasana. Drop your seat forward, bend the toes under, and slide on your left heel. So if you try to slide on the foot, it gets stuck, and your knee will not come down. So you want to lift the toes up, slide on the heel, and pulse. Don't do it again in a way that is hard, that is aggressive, and too fast. So just go slow, and then maybe eventually the hips will come down. If you know other expressions, go ahead. If you're all the way down, imagine you're leaping through the air like Hanuman. Even if you're not all the way down, just visualize that in your mind, and one day perhaps the body will obey. Advanced practitioners, you can try that trick with the knee again. Push fingers in the back of the knee. Use the hand to guide the foot to the head. Not have to drop back. And maybe the foot finds the head. With practice, you find all sorts of tricks. You can keep the hand on the foot if you can't keep it there. The foot doesn't stay there. Break the pose. From here, lean to your left a little bit. Fold the leg in so the heel is, if you have the flexibility, you can stay on the same line as the knee. If not, just move the foot in closer to the hip. The thigh aligns the hip. So same line. And just rock back from side to side. Try to get both sides of your seat down. And here, especially if it's in front, more level with the front of the mat, So you hold your foot with the right hand and glide forward until the chest comes onto your front leg, between your knee and your ankle. Just your surrender here. Embody humbleness. Abject surrender to service. If you feel more weight on the left side as opposed to the right, just try to shift, pour, tip to the right a little bit, try to pour more weight into the right side. Both sides of the torso equally long. Coming back. Asana, just again, bring more weight onto your left side again. Push your knee back a little bit to the outside of the hip. The back leg relaxes. See if you can get your foot so that you can get your elbow in front of the sole of the foot. So you might have to move the knee out a little bit. If it's too much, you just place your elbow on the outside with the shin. But if you can, your elbow is flexible. Maybe your shoulder will come on from the foot. Your right hand pushes your left. Roll the right thigh down, the right shoulder back. If you have your shoulder in front of your foot, you can take your right hand behind your back, onto your thigh, roll it outwards, rest your head in your left hand. Getting to different muscles. As you inhale, telescope your torso out of the hips, push, and as you exhale, push into the shoulder, the elbow into the foot, roll more to upwards, to the right. Coming back, bring your left knee up, slide it in, come upright. Do this way so you can see. The legs should be like a box, bend the toes under the back foot. If you can lift your foot up, it's in the right place. Okay, so that angle toe knee towards the right, push it out of the way with your left hand to make more space for the right arm to come down. You want to get the back of the shoulder, the arm against the outside of the knee, the armpit on the outside of the knee. Left hand pushes into your right, push very hard downwards. As you do this, the belly comes higher than the thigh, the center of the chest tries to move behind your thumbs. That shoulder goes all the way back, turn your face and chest up. Keep pushing the left hip back, send through the crown. If you want to take a bind, push your seats back. Create more space. Use the left hand to guide the arm underneath. So you can also push on the wrist, tap on the wrist. Try to get your arm going down in the diagonal line. In front, slides across the front of the body, the belly. Left arm goes over the back, take the bind. Lock your fingers or hold your hands together, push the left shoulder back. If you want now, you can take the knee up off the ground. Hold your breath. Push into the toes and lift the back knee up. Make sure you're not sagging down like this. Straight line from heel all the way to the crown. Good. Break the pose. Come back. So you're facing on the long edge of the mat, your body between your legs. Come all the way up. Go to the other side now. Open up to the right. Virabhadrasana. Reach. Come forth with a sense of purpose. You're yearning to serve. Yearning to always protect. To do your duty. Follow your Dharma, your inclination. And then you will be enthusiastic to stay in your duty, to continue to do your duty. Now from here, Paschimottanasana. Again, you can have your arm on your thigh, left arm goes up over the head, straight line. So make sure this is not happening. Keep your arm. So see yourself in your imagination. That straight diagonal line from foot to hand. Or your hand can come on the ground. If you want to take any kind of half or full bind, do it now. Right shoulder goes down, pull the line of the knees, the right hand can come underneath the leg, open up easily. Take your hands and pull the left shoulder back. So try not to keep down like this, hunched over. Push the left shoulder back, open up. You can bring the left knee down on the ground, remember, just like this. Now from here, break the pose. Come forward, grab the Kapriyasana. Push your hands into your knee. Lean away from the leg. Drop your head back. Push your seat all the way forward. From here, you can take your full pose if you like. Kapriyasana. Reach up and back. You know your practice, so you're the best judge to know what you want to work on, what you're capable of. But you keep on trying to try something new all the time, so you don't remain stagnant and complacent. Keep on moving in every way. So again, you can take your left hand, push the thumb into the back of the knee, use your hand to guide the foot up. You might be able to bring your head back, you might be able to get your foot and your head to connect. You have to keep your seat low so that you don't lose your balance. Reaching your foot, head towards the other foot. You'll be able to take your arms up as well. Break the pulse. Lizard. Move the foot to the edge of the mat. Lift the back knee up and again slide back and forth. With practice, you learn all sorts of tricks to move into the poses efficiently so you can stay in the poses and be at ease in the poses. Push back the left heel one more time, lower the knee, fall into your left form, and then roll back to the right so both sides of the hips are down. Try to get your back lower than your knee. Telescope your body forward. The more you lengthen, the more the body comes forward, closer to the ground. And then once you're in the pose, try to be as still as possible. You can take a bind for those who are flat on the ground. Merge with the form. When you imagine that form in its natural state, completely at ease, maybe at one point you will be in that state of ease as though you were that form itself. And then you try to see God in the form. Now come back onto the hands. Push your seat back over the back knee. Adho Manasana start. If you need to, if you can't get your belly on your thigh, your back is starting to round. Bend your knee, if you like, and rest your belly on your thigh. More flexible, maybe your forearms will come down onto the ground. You try again to get your chest beyond your knee. From base of spine, inhale up to the crown, exhale back down to base of spine, try to jam up your neck, keep your neck long. As this is easy for you, as Dharma Yoga says, you don't have to waste your time. Slide your right foot forward, and then bring your hands back alongside your hips so you're not bent over. You want to be straight as possible. And pulse a little bit, do it in a mindful way, not too hard, not too aggressively, not too fast. And if you're all the way down, you can take arms up. Be like the flying Hanuman. Take your expressions, again, your variations. One way to get into it, if you have the shoulder mobility, you take your thumb to the base of the toes, other fingers around the outside of the feet, and then just roll circle the arm up. You try to move in a way that not hard on the joints. From here, lean to the right foot, pull more weight onto the right side, allow the back leg to relax. And the right foot, bend it, right leg bend it, so your foot is in front of your chest a little bit, your knee is beyond the edge of the hip, so you get your elbow in front of the foot. You might need to move your foot out a little bit. If it's really not happening, you can just keep your elbow on the outside and do it from here. If you can, you bring your elbow, or maybe even the shoulder to the foot. Your left hand goes behind your back. If you're doing this version, roll the right thigh outwards, and your left hand is doing that. Your right hand is supporting your head. Otherwise, keep your hands in prayer. As you inhale, you push into your foot, telescope your body out of the hips. Try to remove all the wrinkles from the waist on either side of the body. And then on the exhale, you roll the left shoulder back, you roll the left thigh downwards, left hip down. Wherever you are is perfect if you can find that moment where that place for your ease and you can still the mind. Your body remains in steadiness. Break the pose, come back. Break right knee up. And now from here, slide the right foot back. Come upright. Parivrita Parsvakonasana. The legs again like a box. And lift the right foot up. Comes up easily, it's in the right place. Parivrita Parsvakonasana, left arm up. Angle the toe, knee towards the left. Body dive down to the left arm. Right hand pushes into your left. So sometimes we're like this. You want to push the right hand down into your left again. At the same time, you're pulling the body up. So the center of the chest will come to your thumbs more easily. Roll the right shoulder back. You have to keep on pushing with the back of the left arm, left shoulder against the right knee. Again, take the bind. Sometimes it's easier to take your knee up off the ground first. So you have more space, more clearance underneath for the left arm to go underneath the body. It's not obstructed by the bent leg, the right leg in this case. And then, actually the left leg in this case. And pull on the arms, try to turn your chest and face all the way up. Break the pose. Come back into plank. We do this again because I'm not slippery. So from here, side plank. Basic position. Stand on your left hand. Your arms in the same line. The feet to the hands, one line. If you're starting to drop into your shoulder, your hips are coming down, just lower your left knee down. Do it from here. The left hand's a little in front of the shoulder, so as to keep your left arm straight and give a little force, more power. Now come back into plank, go on the other hand. Turn to your left. Just spin on your feet, so on the outer edges of the feet. Chest is fully open. From here, come back down. Bring your right knee down, swing your foot out to your left, bring your left knee in behind it. The right knee, and then swing your foot out towards the right. You're in Gomukhasana now. Pull on your feet, try to get your knees in line to the center of the chest, one on top of the other. The right arm up, take hold of the elbow with the left hand, push it up, and further back behind the head. Walk your hands down the center of the back, push your chest up. Push at the back of the heart. If you can, you have mobility. Bring the left hand down, roll the shoulder forward, head the shoulder forward, bring your arm up the back, hold the hands, pull the hands down the back. Now keep on moving your elbows so that they're behind the center of the head, not out to the side. So your arm should not be way out to the right. Elbow over top of the center of the head. Bring it back, drop your shoulders, keep your eyes soft. With the tension. If you're straining too much, it shows up with squinty eyes and contracted muscles in the face, so relax. And release. From here, change your legs around. So just put your hands down, lift your seat, and spin around to your left. Your hands stay in front of you the whole time. Until you're facing forward again, so you're going all the way to your left, counterclockwise. Come down. This time your left leg should be on top. Your knees in the same line again. And should do this way. And then your left arm up. Elbows up over your head. Use the right hand to guide the elbow up further and further back. And then you can bring the right arm up the back if you have the mobility. No strain, no forcing, no going to a place of pain. Think of the offering, always. Pull hands down the back. go to the edge of potential to bring the most benefit, to make an honest effort, to make an even more powerful offering. But remember what you're transmitting. Stay tall. Exhale one more time, but don't let the body drop down to your hips. Keep your body tall. And now release. So now, ready to do one more round of Vastisthasana. This time, variations if you like. Or you do the same one as you did. So if you're doing it from the knee, you can consider raising the right leg up, or you're going to the right, and you take your foot and pull it back. If you're doing it from the full pose, slide the right toes back, spin on your left foot, the toes should be on the same line as the rest of your leg. Push your hip all the way forward and up. Try to keep the left leg straight. Left hand again in front of the shoulder, so if your foot is turned too much, you'll just kind of flip out of the pose. So you want to have to anchor down to the foot leg. Inside edge foot is down. Get pushed up, and so you can take your right foot off the ground. It comes up easily. Take hold of the knee. You have the reach. Slide your hand up to the foot. Break the pose. Come back down. Down plank. Go to the other side. Transition. Spin on the left foot, slide your right foot, slide your left foot back alongside the knee. Take your mind to really push your hip forward. Your hand is from the shoulder. Your hip is really high like you're doing coor.dination. Make sure the inside edge of the left foot is down. And so you can take your left foot up off the ground. If it comes up easily, then you're most of the way there. Catch your knee if you want to take the foot. Slide your hand down to the foot. Push the base of the toes, push the right foot that's for you and the right hand. Break the pose. Come back the same way as you entered. From here, lower your seat down. And here, let's go into Supta Virasana mode. If you can, you open up your feet so you sit between your heels and you lie on your back, or come down as far as you can. Maybe it's over here, maybe you're on the forearms, in which case you put your hands on your feet, or you go all the way down to your back. If you can't sit between your heels, just sit higher. Stay on your heels, sit on your heels, and bring your hands back as far as you can. So go ahead, soften the knees. If you're in the full pose, your back on the ground, try to get your thighs right together. Now take a deep breath in. Exhale, feel the whole body sinking down, sagging from its own weight. Press into your feet, your hands, bring your shoulders up the mat, the head. Push into one elbow, and then make your way, and then your hand on the other side, and make your way back up. So now, inversions. Headstand to start. So we're going to, if you know how to get into headstand, go ahead, right into it. If you're really not comfortable leaving your feet from the ground, you do hair pose. Bring your forehead on your ground in front of your feet from child's pose. Open from your knees and then lift your seat up. Try to get your seat over your knees. Push your heart between your shoulder blades. Try to get your back to work with the wall, your upper back. If there's too much pressure in the back of the neck and the head, you just move your head forward a little bit. Or you come back onto your seat, take hold of your opposite elbows, and bring your hands forward. Interlace your fingers, form a helmet for the head, and rest your head in your hands. And you can just do this. Maybe walk your feet up towards your elbows as close as possible, pulse up and down. You don't even have to have your head on the ground. If you need to, you walk your feet further back. Just try to get your hips as high as possible. Eventually, when your hips are over the line of your shoulders, the feet might want to come up by themselves. Bring one leg back. Have the foot close to your seat. Bend the toes back. Pulse again. Push off the heels from the ground. As you lift up, you keep driving your foot that's behind your back further and further so eventually goes behind your back. If you're having trouble getting your foot up a lot, you bring your hands in a big wave by triangle base, so the fingers on either side of the mat. And then you come up this way, push into the base, push the heel off the ground, pull the toes away from the ground, maybe eventually your toes will come up off the ground. And if you keep pushing through the back foot, you will eventually have your feet the same height. Stay on your fingertips again. They have lots of 10 points of contact, reduce good support. Keep going, come off one finger at a time until you're just on the disc. Advanced practitioners, depending where you are, you can do all sorts of things. You can bring your legs into lotus if you like, move your hands around. According to your abilities. If you have a lotus, it's a full lotus that you're doing, not a half lotus. Otherwise, keep your legs straight, and this makes your mind even more on one point. Just focus. See to the mind. It's overstimulated. Get ready to break the pose. Come down softly with control. Try not to come down with heavy landing. Crash to the ground. Nice and soft. Drop back into child's pose. Breathe in. Breathe out. Remove all fatigue. Push your way up. So, keep on going with arm balances. Let's start off with forearm balance. So your elbows should be a little bit closer in than your shoulders. Spread your fingers wide, so don't keep them together. You have more, and you press into the base of the fingers, heels your palms to finger pads. So here you can also do it against a wall or a chair, but you want to have it so that when your seat is on your heels, your elbows are underneath your shoulders. Make sure you can hold the outside of the arms easily. Then don't move your arms. Bring your hands forward. Now try not to move your elbows. Okay, so bring your seat up. Bring one leg up. Again, do the same things we did before. Push into your fingers. You have to push into. Imagine you're doing a snowplow with your arms. You're pushing outwards, but you're hugging. Imagine you're trying to hug the upper arms towards another. You're trying to press outwards with the inner arms. So it help. Your gaze is a little bit in between your hands, maybe a little bit forward. This is the easiest way to balance your legs split. Keep your legs close to your body. When you try to jump up, your legs up high, you lose control. Sometimes you come all the way over. Okay? So if you want to do it on a chair or a wall, you do the same position when you start. Bring your foot on a chair, sits in the chair, bring one leg behind you, and eventually try to pull your toes away from the chair or the wall. Bend your toes back. Make sure you're close enough so that when your foot's on the wall, your foot's by the height of the hip, and it's bent. If you're reaching for the wall, then it's going to be difficult to make your way away from the wall. Advanced practitioners do whatever you want. Straight up into Mayasana, or bend your knees, so you get your feet to your head. If you happen to sit on the side, use the foot to push the foot down and push you to the side. Lots of different things you can do. Down and rest in child's pose. Breathe in. Breathe out, let go of all fatigue. Come up. So when you get tired, you just take a rest. But don't rest too long, but take enough rest that you are not exhausted. Otherwise, things go downhill. You don't have any strength to really come up. And then, so take your rest as you need to. So now come to the front of the mat. Bring your feet forward in front. Roll back into plow. You can take a few rolls if you need to get your seat high enough. Or you can even have your hands on the ground and push your hips up off the ground. Push your arms down, lift your seat. If you get your seat up high enough, move your hands to your back. Your feet go behind your head. So baby pause with your hips a little bit behind your shoulders, your thighs against your body. You're going to try to move eventually the seat and bind your shoulders. So you're going to take your arms behind your back, shift from one side to the other, try to get your hands together to get your elbows close together. Squeeze your palms together. Then your hips, slide your feet back further behind your head. You can stay here. If you want to go into shoulder stand, don't move your elbows. Bring your hands onto your back. One leg at a time. Shoulder stand. Once you find a pose of your choice, be still. Leave the body alone. Bring your mind, your attention to the space between your eyebrows. You can also go into lotus again if you want. Or come into stillness. Try to get your hips higher than the shoulders. Use your hands if you need to push your knees out. Nothing to do, nowhere to go, but deeper within. Sometimes the mind gets restless. Just be the observer and watch the mind fluctuations without any expectations, without any judgment. After some time, if you keep doing it, eventually the mind will settle, the thoughts will be fewer and farther between. It takes practice to concentrate as much and even more so than the physical postures. Now if you have a lotus, make your way into Pindasana if you like. Put your thighs against your body. If you can wrap your arms around the outsides of the legs, go ahead, you turn your hands underneath your seat. If you don't have a lotus, back into plow. Come down with control. Your feet come behind the head. If your feet come down all the way, you can bring your hands on your back, on the floor behind you. Otherwise, keep your feet are not on the ground. You might be more comfortable keep your hands on your back. Option to drop your thighs against your body, your knees on your shoulders. Maybe on the floor in front of your shoulders. If you're deep in a pose, you can bring your hands over the top of your legs. Slip your hands in between on the inside. Lift your head just a little bit. So you can interlace your fingers behind your head and pull the head up. Push the knees down. Push your elbows out to the side. Now come back. Bring your hands behind the back. Palms down. If you have a lotus, you can keep a lotus. Come all the way down. Control the descent so the legs will come crashing down. And when the feet are very close to the ground, lift your back up off the ground. Push your arms down. Lift the chest. Now, if you want, you can slide from one side to the other. Try to get your hands a little bit further underneath your seat. Push your chest up as high as you can. Tuck your chin, shrug your chin, bring your head back. Bring the top head to the ground. Try to get as close to the ceiling as possible. Push the shoulders back. And if you want, you can raise your legs. If you have a lotus, you're trying to grab your feet and pull them all the way up. As though you're trying to pull them behind you. And try to get your elbows to the ground, your knees to the ground. Now here, breathe very fast. Through the nose like a sniffing dog. Lower the feet down. Don't move your head. Keep it where it is. Move your feet close to your seat, just in front of your seat. Edge of the feet line to your hips. Coor.dination if you can. Fingertips pressing on either side of the head behind your head. Lift your back up off the ground. Bring your head in a little bit closer, and then move your hands accordingly also. A little bit in front of your hands again. Place them, but turn your fingers out to a little bit, and turn your fingers to the pointed towards the heels. If you can, you lift your head up off the ground. If this is too much, do bridge pose, or you keep your head up, or if you can come halfway between, you just keep your head on the ground. Arch the back. Lift up the heels. Try to get your chest in front of your arms. Stretch so the legs and arms become straight. As Dharmaji says, if you're a professional, you can try to do any. You can also try to lift your right leg up, bring your left foot down. So you can come up off the left and all but one index finger. That you will take your head up off the ground. Good. So you have to keep your hands and foot close. Hold your breath. And come up. Try it on the other side now if you like. Raise the left leg up. This again, just according to your abilities. Bring your head closer to your feet, and then the right foot, and bring the right, all with the fingers up off the right hand except for the index finger. Keep pushing to the ground with your left hand and the foot. Push it up, and go to your head off the ground. Now come back down. Not important. According to your abilities, and eventually you will keep gaining abilities as you practice. So here, just lying your breath for a moment. Breathe in. Breathe out all fatigue. Breathe out from here. Raise your arms over the head, come to seated position. Any which way you like. Right into Paschimottanasana. Legs are bent if you need to. Otherwise, if you're straight, I like to start my knees bent personally. Raise arms up, hinge forward, bring your belly on your thighs. Try to get your chin way in front of your knees. You try to move your chest beyond your knees. Take hold of your feet and keep sliding your feet forward until they straighten, but keep your body with your thighs. Imagine trying to move your heart beyond your knees. The top of the head almost touching your feet. If you're very tight in hamstrings, you can also take hold of your outside your arms as you inhale. Keep on trying to lengthen. With the exhale, just pour more weight into your legs, and maybe that will help release the hamstrings. Keep sliding your feet forward. Maybe eventually your forearms will come onto the ground, and then eventually you might be able to take the forearms out all entirely. But your belly still stays with the thighs. Take your feet about 10 inches apart, your hands behind your back, fingers facing back, bench pose. That feels a little bit more. Push your hips up. Try not to sag like an old couch. Your hips, your knees, your shoulders are the same line. Take the head back. The heart should be higher than the shoulders. Now beat very fast into the belly jump. Again, come back down. Good. Give yourself a hug, take a deep breath in. Raise the chest, hold the breath, chin on the chest, everything stops, only touching the space between the eyebrows. Jaladharabandha, Buddha Bandha. Contract the buttocks, push the belly up to the front of the spine. Close softly. Good. Now from here, cross your ankles, coming to standing, starting off, and toes under, hands on the feet. Pushing your seat, lift the chest, fully elbows back, the heart fully open. Let's go back. You can stay here for moments. Pushing through your toes. If you want, you can lean back a few times. Hinge at the knees. Try to get your shoulders behind your feet. Eventually, you should go back one more time. If you can, you bring right hand to your right heel, left hand to your left heel. Bring your heels together, cross your baby fingers together, and then allow your hips to sink all the way forward. They really fall on your thighs. The chest is very high, the head is back, all the way. You can stay here. Those who have, who can flatten out the toes one at a time. Coming to camel, you can move your hands back so the hands are fully on the soles of the feet. Your hips in line with your knees. You're very flexible. You might be able to take hold of your thumbs and back to heels to hold it outside the knees. And then bring your head all the way down to the ground. Up. If you're all the way down, press your thumbs so you push your way up, or you just come down onto your back from there. Otherwise, you push your hands onto your sleeve, come up. From here, hands on the ground, in front of your feet, underneath your shoulders, in front of your knees. Arch your back, inhale. Arch your back, inhale. Exhale. Not to gas on cat. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Stay there, really round your back, shoulder blades fall away from one another. The belly button comes to the lower back, the heart between the shoulder blades. And then break the pose. Down onto your seat, legs in front, feet together, legs straight. Left hand to the outside of the right shin, right hand behind the back side of the back. Push your lower back up and in, turn to the right. Push actively against the left outer leg, lower leg. This is not doing anything. Try not to lean back. Push your lower back up and in. Get tall and straight. Inhale. Go deep on the exhale. Make sure your heels stay together. One foot should not be in front of the other. Pushing the one that's lagging forward to move it. Now back to the center. Go to the left. Left hand behind the back. Push lower back up and in. Lift through the heart. Push against the outside of the right shin, left shin. Turn to your left. So not just the eyes that turn. The whole torso twists from the hips all the way up. Try to get your chin off the shoulder. Chest open to the right completely. Break the pose. Lie down on the back for Shavasana for a couple minutes. Make your way onto your back, onto your ride. Relax. Everything feels old. You soften the building. All the muscles instantly soften. Loose. Everything sinking down into the ground. Make your way into a state that is completely conducive to receiving everything now. The best coming to you, even in fuller force as a result of offering up your practice. Imagine that you're being flooded by everything you need, coming in again, like great beams of light and energy into the pores, the skin, into the body. And infuse yourself with all that goodness. Feel yourself being flooded by all that light, that love, all that you need. So much so that pushes everything, all forms of negativity out of the body. There's no room for it. Let it go. And sometimes that is a hard thing to do, to try to let go of the negativity. But again, come come back to the idea of offering. You want to offer up the best of your best. We just try our best. There might sometimes be negativity in us that we can't seem to let go of or release, but we try as much as possible to always express and to project, radiate love and light, all that we have. Make sure now that when you go back into your day-to-day lives, you keep this intention of remaining generous and conscious and sharing everything that you have with all beings. So now let's make our way back to seated position, softly, reverently, quietly. Move in a way that doesn't disturb or agitate the mind, especially after having made all this calm. Make it possible the mind to come into stillness. Retain that stillness. Close with Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Instill the peace within, send out to all beings everywhere. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Be receptive to the grace of God. All is within. Namaste. If you need more Shavasana, I encourage you to go ahead and do some more to allow even more of the benefits to integrate to an even greater degree. Much love. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day.